Well, as we've been spending more time inside our houses and, just on our own, we're looking for things to do. And a great way to spend that time, frankly, is writing. But not everybody knows what style of writing they enjoy most. I mean, maybe the majority of us don't know that. But here to help us sort of figure things out and show us a place that people come when they want to figure out more about their writing style is Larry Wood. Larry, you have been an author for years. You've been a school teacher. So you're the perfect person to ask this. I mean, Larry, when it comes to trying to find your style, find your voice, find what interests you, I mean, is the best thing to just start writing, or are there certain exercises that can be healthy in trying to go about that?
Well, I think that's the most important thing is just, to sit down and start writing. Sometimes that's easier said than done, but yeah, that's the main thing. But also I think it's good to seek out other people who are writers. And that's, where our organization, Joplin Writers Guild, might come into play for people.
Well, so if somebody wants to get involved with the Joplin Writers Guild or with the Missouri Writers Guild, who do they contact? How do they get involved? Like, what's sort of the best way to dip your toes into that?
Anybody is welcome to come to our online meetings without even paying dues. When we start having in-person meetings, anyone who continues to come, more than just once or twice, we expect them to pay dues. But you can come to our not our Facebook, but our Zoom meetings just to check us out. Anybody who wants to can do that.
So I'm curious. I mean, if you had to give three pieces of writing advice, like I know you've taught countless students about writing and about just navigating this. I mean, like, what are sort of if you had to boil things down to three major rules or tips?
Develop a routine. In other words, persevere, stick to it. When I say develop a routine, I don't mean that you have to write the same time, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and write for 2 hours before you go to work. I tried that back when I was still teaching. It just didn't work for me. I just didn't have the discipline or whatever, I guess. But when I say develop a routine, you have to have some kind of something that shows your commitment. And for me, it ended up being that I write every day. I may write an hour a day. I may write 2 or 3 hours a day, but I always try to, it's kind of like, brushing my teeth or something. I don't feel like the day's complete if I haven't done something to contribute to my writing. It may even just be going back and editing something I wrote the day before, but I always try to do something that contributes to my writing. So that would be one thing, a piece of advice, I guess, I would give. Another one would, I guess it's kind of what I said a while ago, persevere, don't give up. Just because you get rejected, even half a dozen, 15, 20 times, there's all kinds of stories of people who have, published a novel that had been rejected numerous times before it finally got accepted. That doesn't mean you just keep sending it out, the same manuscript over and over, but you keep working on it, keep improving it, and don't give up, on whatever your goal is. And I don't know, I guess the third thing would be, like we were talking about before, to seek out other people who are interested in writing, and be willing to learn from other people who have kind of been there before you and that sort of thing.
Awesome. Well, hey, Larry, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. We'll have all that information on our morning show page at komnewsnow.com, and we'll be right back on the KOAM Morning News right after this.